Hi everyone, welcome back to Through Alchemy. So today we're going to find out something really fun, which is going to be what does your person love about you? We have three piles from the left to right. The first pile is Dendritic Agate. The second pile is Green Aventurine. And the third pile is Peacock Ore. Pause if you need a little bit longer, pick the one which calls your name the most, and I'm going to begin with pile number 1. Hello pile number 1, if you chose the Dendritic Agate, this is going to be your reading. So the card that we have for you is Obitire. Before we begin off with your interpretations, I do have a few pre-shuffled cards that I'm going to lay out for you. Alright, so pile number 1, for the cards we have Make Friends, Friendship is the Alchemy of Success, Meander, Release. We have Obitire, Potential, Dawn of Love, Love is rising on the horizon for your life, Attachment in reverse. For the animal spirit, we have Elk, which represents the earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And the other spirit that we have is Cheetah, which represents fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For the tarot cards, we have Ace of Wands, King of Swords, Nine of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, and the Moon. So the major arcana definitely indicates Cancerian energy. I feel like there's a real sort of like, how would I say that, like a wholesome energy within you. There's something that is very specific about the way that you proceed in life, and you make sure that you don't get too scared of how things will pan out per se. Now, I think that this is a lot about the fact that you are somebody that you are quite hardworking, especially with the cheetah and the elk. I see that these two are very masculine energies over here. So you definitely operate quite a lot out of your divine masculine energy. You could be a man, but this reading is gender non-specific. We also have the King of Swords over here, which definitely confirms these two energies that we have, which is the elk and the cheetah. I feel like you're somebody that is, with the elk, very reliable, consistent. The elk is kind of like a father-like energy, a leader energy. With the ace of wands and the King of Swords, I feel like, I think that I wouldn't say that you're a slow thinker, but I think you let things really simmer down and be absorbed by you. You have a real problem solving energy. You could be a father, or that's something how the opposite gender definitely views you. I think that people can see, especially this person sees you in a way where they feel like you would make a good partner, or just that they could trust your instincts. Um, Obadiah is a card which talks all about trusting your instincts, going along with whatever your heart says. And I think that is the reason why we had this energy in the beginning, where it's like you're just gonna take your time, you're gonna evaluate things, and you're gonna let the answer come to you. There's something about maybe career, or some sort of maybe you're well established, that could be the thing, because with the cheetah, this is a masculine energy which talks a lot about solar plexus, the force of life. And I think that there's something that you do that attracts a lot of people towards you, or you're just built a level of reliability and stability um in your career. And I feel like something about it is where you're probably in the spotlight, or it's something that you keep working towards, that this person sort of like always remembers you by. It's a very signatory archetype in your personality. It could be anything that you've been pursuing or have been established within. I think that they see you as someone who's not giving up on that dream, and they really like that because it could be something quite creative with a fire. It could be somewhere where it's purpose, it's the purpose of what you were choosing to do that drives you. So you always have a lot of things to do for it. You're always optimizing. You're looking out for ways as to how you can improvise that profession, or maybe it's a hobby or something. It's something that your person always remembers you by. It's some creative project that you always keep indulging yourself into. And this person also likes that with the Nine of Pentacles and the Moon over here. I think that this person knows that you channel your creativity for this profession or this creative prospectus, and they really like that because they think that this is inspired by your own soul. This is something that speaks to you. This is something that honestly really attracts your person. Your person could also be somebody who is creative themselves, and they really like that quality, that you are also somebody who sort of like, I wouldn't say marches to the beat of their own drum, but it's almost like they see a very introspective side or very insightful side within you, which is channeled through spirit. um I'm hearing lyricist, so you could write, or it could be about poetry or something that really has a message to deliver. And I think that this person probably knows or likes the fact that you have established yourself in that arena in life. I think that this is a side that they see of you which is not very visible to other people, but this person reads between the lines. Like, is let's just say that you wrote a poem. It's like they're going to read between the lines, and they're going to try to decipher the meaning. I think that you both are similar in some shape or form, but for some reason this person sees you as somebody that they can rely upon to make decisions. Perhaps like it's a very masculine energy, so they kind of look up to you. With the elk energy over here, we have a stable person over here. This archetype really determines that you're quite stable within yourself, or you're just with the Knight of Cups and the Ace of Wands. This can talk about that you, I think your personality is quite diverse. You're very passionate, but you're also slow moving. You're well thought of about those things. You're somebody that puts food for thought into things that they do, but then they're also driven by exciting things. It's not boring with you. You don't seem like a 9 to 5 person, but somehow you've made that sort of like creative passion or a hobby your 9 to 5. So they see this sort of unconventional spirit within you, which is like, I'm just going to do what I feel like doing, and they really like that. They like the fact that you are somebody who just wants to do what they want to do, but it's not like you're impractical. It's not like you're just gonna keep moving forward without thinking of consequences or maybe repercussions of being a little bit, I would say, relentless with your pursuits. They think that you are somebody that has a good head over their shoulders. With the um, King of Swords, I think that this person thinks that you're quite intellectual and you think things through, even though those things have an emotional quotient. You're not completely very, I would say, practical. You're very driven by your soul, and that's something that this person really likes about you. I think that there maybe are qualities within your person also that this person resonates with you. They could also be somebody who is almost like, I get this energy that you are somebody who works hard. You understand that to achieve anything in life, you have to be dedicated, but they also feel like you understand that that job doesn't have to be boring. All right, so this is something that they really like, that you're committed to things. You're committed. The Knight of Cups is a commitment card, so this really indicates that you're a committed person. You're not just gonna give up on things. And I think you are mainly very I pick up on this very wholesome energy within you. Like you consider every part of your life. You don't just leave any part of your life behind. Like you think about your family, your partner, if you have any, or you think about other things. You think about money. You think about long term. You think about short term. It's like you think about everything, and it's also because of the release card and the meander. It's almost like you think about enjoying life more than struggling in life. I think that they could see this side within you, which is a little bit more logical, but I think it really balances out the more that they get to know you. It's like they know that you use this logical perspective to actually get what your heart wants. So they see this amazing balance within you, which is very passionate, but it's very well thought of, but then it's also very deep, and then it's very empowered by the spirit. They definitely think that you are spiritual. And I feel like with the meander card, it's almost like you experience detours on your journey. Maybe there are certain things that your person has seen you pursuing, and then they don't exactly come hand in hand. But with the cheetah spirit and the elk, I think that you remain centered. It's a human tendency to panic sometimes, but what they see is that this, fall 7 times and get up 8th time energy within you, which is very empowering, which is like they're okay with their, I say, yeah, it's you. So um they're kind of like seeing you as someone who's okay with having detours on their journey, who's not overly excessively eager with attachment in reverse. Definitely you're not eager to have something have handed to you just in the moment. I think that you understand you need to earn things in life. You're not somebody that is entitled, but you definitely create opportunities for yourself. That's why I think that they see you as someone that's quite hardworking, and especially when it comes to building a life for themselves. But I get a very work hard, play hard kind of an energy where you treat yourself. So you have a good, I would say, again, head over your shoulders, where they really see this quality within you, which is like you would make a good spouse or a partner, because you not only know how to act mature and lead life responsibly, but you also know how to have fun. So this is something that they have probably been looking for in other people, and they really like that you're very fun, like, and you want to do crazy things. I was about to say kinky things. So with the Ace of Wands, they can also see with someone that's quite sexual, and they really like that. Maybe you pull this person out of their comfort zone. I think that they like the fact that there are different sides to you. That's why I said about a whole set thing, wholesome thing, where it's like you are somebody that has so many sides to you, but then again, there's a part of you which remains centered. Like like let's say that you let yourself loose for a few hours or a night, but then in the morning you're gonna get up. You're probably gonna fix your hangover or something, and then you're gonna go back to work. So they really like that you don't get carried away with a lot of things. I think that is the thing that they find very reliable, that maybe you don't get carried away with emotions, and you come back to, all right, we had fun, now it's time to get back to work. Like money doesn't grow on trees, basically. So this person sees a lot of, I would say, again, they see a lot of romantic potential within you. Dawn of love is rising on the horizon of your life. I think this person is capable of becoming a little bit possessive, because they definitely see you as a catch for themselves. Maybe this person has gotten to know you, and they have seen a little bit of like a glimpse or snippets of how you really work in your life, and why it's safe to rely upon you to have a stable life. um I'm picking up on a lot of Venusian energy. So like I get a lot of Taurus over here, where it's like um I see that over here, that either you or your person could be Libra or Taurus, because there's a sense of, again, the work and the fun kind of a thing. Like, you're probably somebody who, again, Venus is also quite sensual, so that is over here. I think that maybe you both share a lot of passion, and this is something that they also remember you by. They really like the fact that you both share such, I'm getting heated moments. Maybe there's a lot of kiss and makeup thing over here, where they like the fact that, fights don't get carried along too long, and you both offer each other that safe place. But I think that this person sees something that can be very fun. It's like they don't imagine being in a relationship with you, or if you are, like, it's gonna be boring with you. There's always something new, even if it's tough or even if it's easy. It's like they like the fact that there are layers to this relationship, or what can be developed with you, or just your personality. I think that they see a great friend within you. They see somebody who pulls them out of their own anxiety. This person could have shown you or could have confided in you about things that they know that they need to move forward from. And they really like the fact, again, with the masculine energy, that they can be feminine in front of you, and they can sort of like rely upon you. Certain times maybe this person has been very clouded in their judgment because of their emotions, and they like the fact that you can remain grounded, not take their emotions personally, and just help them, maybe like vent out, or maybe like just be there for them, where you just give them a little bit of emotional support, that, hey, things are going to be fine, I'm here for you. So they really like that fact about you, that you are not just always logical. You also give the other person to just be a little bit, I wouldn't say reckless, but a little bit just out of order. You don't, I think that even though you have this leader energy, like you're this masculine father like energy is what I'm getting, I think that you're somebody that still understands how to be there for other people. You're not very stoic about your approach, even though you are somebody that um, is has achieved quite a lot, or is on the road to achieve quite a lot. You do come across as quite established in your own arenas, but I think that they really like that you're still humble, you're still down to earth. You don't seem like a bratty person, or somebody that acts out of pride or entitlement, like, look, I can do so many things by myself, so I don't need to be bothered by your shit. Like, I think that maybe this person has experienced quite a lot of mean people in the past, and this is what they really like, that you're very humble, you're very earthy, you're down to earth, and you're always talking to them from almost like a heart-centered place. They really like the fact that you are somebody that empowers other people to do better as well. Again, there are so many, I would say, like, dimensions to you, like a hexagon, where there are different moods, and I think that's why they find it exciting, that you're not attached to one part of your personality per se. Like, you have probably let this person seen almost all sides of you, and they really like the fact that with I would say attachment in reverse, you allow people to have their own free will in life. You're not very attached to other people and forcing them to make decisions according to how it would benefit you, or how they need to act to be around you. It's like you're just a fun time, like you're really good to have around. But I think that this person, definitely, if you're not in a relationship, fantasizes about growing into a lovely relationship with you, um with the potential. They see a lot of potential with the both of you making something stable for each other, because I really do feel that this person is similar to you in some shape or form. And it's almost like whatever is, I wouldn't say less within them, like a yin and yang. Whatever is less within them is more of you, and what's less of you is more of this person. So they feel like you make a really good pair together. I think that with the Ace of Wands, this person definitely finds you to be quite attractive as well. And with the Moon, there's so much balancing energies over here. Like, I think you could have a lot of earth, water, and fire in your chart. or you could be one of those signs, but they see a lot of there's a lot of substance to you that this person sees that they like. Again, I think that this person really likes the fact that you're not a superficial person. You're somebody who's not entitled, and they really appreciate that because it takes a lot of strength to actually go out there and do something by yourself without having a safety net. So they really like the fact that you keep working on yourself, and you're definitely somebody that they look up to. Whether you know, kind of like realize that or not, there are certain traits that are within you that this person aspires to acquire for themselves, and that could be vice versa as well. But there's something that this person really likes about you. It's all about your work ethic, like how you remain so focused. Maybe this person has seen how focused you are and how sort of like, I wouldn't say on guard, but like you're almost like very particular about your routine, and they really like that. That once you set your mind onto something, it's like you're just gonna keep doing that. Um, and I think that you're somebody who could be single, or yeah, there's a little bit of possessiveness over here. But I think it only comes from the fact that maybe they know you like that, and they feel like, you know, you'd make a great match for whoever you end up with, if this is not somebody that you are with. And if you are with this person, they just feel amazing. They feel really lucky to have you. Because I think that maybe the both of you have a few arguments or something. There's something for the couples over here. And I think despite that, they still feel like they can really rely upon you. You're not somebody who just gives up and sort of like runs away. This person that you're inquiring about has experienced, I wouldn't say like weaker characters, but definitely people who haven't been strong within themselves to actually fight for what they really want in life, whether it means fight their old versions as well to improve themselves. So they really like that you keep, I would say, reinventing yourself at every stage in life. Whatever is required, you're not very attached to a personality. It's like you're like a chameleon, and in a good way. You're adaptable to life. You understand that you can't just remain stuck to one personality or a lifestyle. It's like you have understood the ebb and flow of life. So you know that sometimes you have to let go of things for bigger things to come into your life and make space for them, right? So they see a friend in you, definitely. This could be a friend. You may be not together with this person. There's a little bit of ambiguity as to the designation that this person holds in your life, but they definitely do see that you're quite sociable, or maybe you know you have good friends, or they do appreciate your friendship. They really like how you've probably helped this person. Definitely you've given them a few pep talks. They really appreciate that. I think you give them a little bit of tough love. I don't think you do it in a mean way, but I think you just tell them that, you know, you should really do that. And they kind of like that you're not just a pushover. Even though you're such a nice person, you are somebody that looks out for others. I think that you're not just somebody who is going to let others walk all over them either. So overall, I think that they see you as a really good person, and this is what I mean, I think almost everything is what they love about you. Right, so I'm gonna leave this over here, pile number one. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number two. If you chose the green Aventurine raw stone, this is going to be your reading. So the card that we have is Anapausis. Before we start interpreting the cards, I do have a few pre-shuffled cards that I'm going to lay out for you. Alright, so pile number two, the cards that we have. We have two animal spirits, the wolf, which represents the earth signs, and the whale, which represents the water signs. We have face your fears, gift of freedom. We have anapausis. We have path in reverse. We have accomplishment, reflection, epiphany. And then for the tarot cards, we have ace of cups, two of pentacles, high priestess, two of wands, and 10 of pentacles. I feel like one of the main things that I see over here with the Ace of Cups opening, and then we have thrice number two over here, which is a lot about you being a collaborative person. I think that this person really likes the fact that, in fact, they really love the fact that you are somebody that is with the wolf spirit and the whale. There's such a combining energy over here where it's all about you being somebody who is very protective over your loved ones. You're somebody that has their back. It's like once they're close to you, they just know that you're somebody who's gonna stick around, or somebody who's gonna have their back. I see that with the wolf spirit. You could be someone that is working towards a purpose in life. We have gift of freedom, break away from your attachments, anapausis, and path in reverse. I think what they see with the high priestess as well is this inner instinct of yours, which is very, I would say, with the accomplishment and reflection, which is something that this person really admires. That you are somebody who can um you don't get scared of things. It's a human tendency to sometimes get scared, but they admire the fact where they can see within you that you're not scared to take a time or a moment of pause in your journey. And a pauses is a card which really talks about give yourself rest, take time, don't keep struggling. And I feel like the way spirit has placed path above it in reverse really gives me that they see that, and they really like the fact that you are somebody who doesn't always isn't, you're not in a rush. Basically, you're just trying to peacefully go through your life. You're somebody who has a lot of EQ. You're quite intellectual. I think that with the high priestess, the whale, and face your fears with epiphany, and we also have reflection near it. I think that they see you as someone that is quite lovely, quite introspective, someone who understands certain things very deeply and is able to give themselves and others love. I feel like the whale is sort of like an animal spirit which has a very deeper desire to understand things in a very phenomenal manner. They crave food for thought. They like to think about things. And with face your fears, farewell to your fear phantoms. I think they see you as someone who works hard on themselves, and that's the reason precisely why you have this, I would say, a little bit laid back energy when it comes to where you're going in life. You're just somebody who is sort of like sailing through, and you're letting your intuition or the divine just be the sailor of that ship. You're not very fixated upon how things really progress. You know that you're moving forward, and they see that, but they also see this huge balance within your practicality and your emotional spheres, because I think that they could have thought that people who are emotional can't be practical. This could have been something that they struggled with. I think that this person that you're inquiring about is emotional themselves, and what they admire about you is something that they feel like they can't precisely achieve for themselves. Um, but I see that over here with the whale, they see with someone who is a very feminine energy. Even though we have the wolf, I feel like you are somebody that has a good balance between your masculine and feminine. They see that you are able to take charge when it's required with the two of wands, and with the 10 of pentacles you seem somebody that is very well established, somebody who focuses upon how to build things for themselves, how to leave a legacy is what I'm mainly thinking. I think that this person has known you for a while, and I'm not sure if they have a detailed opinion formed about you, but what they have really understood is that you're not somebody who is going to spend your time worrying about things, and they really love that about you. They admire a lot of things about you. There's an admiration. I think that this person definitely puts you up on a pedestal because of the way that they see you proceeding in life. It makes them a little bit like a baffled energy, like how are they so relaxed in life. And again, I hear from spirit that you have your own human tendencies to get scared, but I think that the more that you work upon your fears at every area in your life, at whenever point it comes across, it's the reason why you're able to go within with the face your fears and epiphany, that you just let your inner wisdom guide you. We also have high priestess. They could see you as someone that's quite psychic. Also, when I was transitioning from one to two, I really heard that sort of like Harry Potter's tune. I don't know how to hum it out, but it's that basic tune that we hear, and I feel like this person sees you as someone that is quite mystical, quite mystical. That is something that I can't get out of my head, because I'm particularly not a Harry Potter enthusiast, but that just came to me out of nowhere. I see that over here that this is someone who um there are so many twos over here. We have triple two, so I think definitely they probably could be seeing a lot of angel numbers themselves, having met with you. I think that they also see this reflection within you with the reflection card and accomplishment. They see that you're also somebody that's aspiring to be a person of their own. And for some reason, they see you established in some arena. Maybe you are a mother, maybe you are already you've developed a certain skill set, um, something that's based upon your own life experience, is what I'm hearing. With the wealth, high priestess, and accomplishment, I think that this is very prominent over here, that they see you as someone who is particularly very focused upon their stability and still leads life with their heart. With the Ace of Cups beginning the reading, I see that over here with the reflection card. There are sort of like tattoos and also on the accomplishments. So somebody over here could be inked, is also something that they really like. Maybe if you do a hair updo, if you're a woman, or you braid your hair, even if you're a man, if you braid your hair, something about that. Also piercing, there's something very aesthetic about you. And I see that with the wolf over here. You know how we say that wolves are like alpha leaders or leaders of a pack. In a way, it's like you're really guiding certain people. You're allowing them to become free. You've dedicated some cause or part of your life to a cause, where it's a lot about allowing people to just feel free and just keep doing their own thing. I think that this is something that they majorly think quite a lot about, is that how they're like, you're really helping other people with what you have accomplished with the 10 of Pentacles. I also think that if you're not married to this person, they really think about settling down with you. They feel like that would be one thing that they would really like to achieve. Something about you could be quite hidden, where they're not completely aware. That's why I feel like I want to say they're scratching the surface with you, but I think that there are certain things that they're not completely aware about you. That could be that you also struggle in your life. It's just a basic thing that every human goes through. But I think that they see you as someone that's kind of perfect in their eyes. You have this very regal quality to you, very feminine. Um, you communicate with such passion, is also what they really like. They really like your voice, is also what I'm feeling. And they also know that they can count upon you, is what I was coming across within the beginning of the reading, that they were thinking that I think that this person thinks quite a lot about you at night, and maybe in the toughest moments. You can see how both the cards have this sort of shadow coming through from beneath, and then for the wolf we have it coming from the above. It's giving me a lot of alchemy, like whenever you're going through something really difficult, and if this person knows of it, or it's just your interpretation. It's like, sometimes we think that we can't get through it, and we sort of like face a dead end in our journey, and we feel like, oh my god, where to go now. But I think that those are just sort of like detours on your journey, and you understand that. And I feel like you face a lot of your fears when it's required. It's like, you know how we see when it's time to reboot a software or update it, we do it within time so that it smoothly sails. Moving forward, I think this is your energy. You sort of like rejuvenate, you reinvent yourself time after time. You sort of like, it's like recalibration. You again keep on preparing yourself for what's to come. It's like you're not going to remain stuck in the same situation. And I think that is what it is, like gift of freedom. Break away from your attachments. Like maybe you could have also been someone who used to have difficulty in being this person that you are today, and maybe your person is somewhere along the lines still trying to focus upon improving themselves. I think that they really admire this fact that you have reached a certain level of, I would say, high vibration, where they're just like, oh, wow, like this person has done it, and they see you as successful. They see you as maintaining that equilibrium. And I think that the Ten of Pentacles with the wealth, it can really indicate sort of like your internal wealth, your internal compass with the High Priestess above it. So they kind of really appreciate the fact that you are somebody with the Piscean energy, again with the whale water. You're very introspective, you have a lot of things to offer, you are quite a very fascinating person, and you have a lot of interesting dialogues to share with other people with the epiphany card. Like it's almost like your inner wisdom really tells you about certain things. And I think that this also comes from a place where you have had a lot of life experience that makes it easier for you to just break things down and just be like, okay, you know what, this is probably just a fear, and I guess I'm just gonna move forward. I'm gonna take my time with anapausis. I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna rest up. I'm gonna let this thing surpass, and then I'm gonna come back up better than ever. Yeah. So I think mainly to summarize this, it's a lot about them feeling like they can rely upon you. They can, they see a reflection within you, of course they do. Certain things that you want, and I think that they look up to you. They aspire to be some ways like you, somebody who can be so driven by their inner compass. Maybe they're not that strong with their intuition, and they could get a little bit envious of that, but I don't think it's harmful envious. It's just where you feel like you don't have it and that person has been blessed with it. It's just where this person needs to probably, oh, maybe you meditate as well. With epiphany, it just hit me that maybe you meditate as well. I think that you have a little bit of anxiety about things. I think that because we have faced your fears, I think that they don't see that side of you. But it's like maybe you guys go in separation, that could be for few of you, and then you come back better than ever. And they're like, how did you just, rebuild yourself? So sometimes it's just really mind baffling for them. Like, how are you just so better than ever again? But it's also because they see a reflection within you where they're also quite. This is also somebody that has a lot of caliber within them. That's why they aspire to be like you, because they have that drive within self as well. So they appreciate these qualities within you, which is a lot about surviving skills, which is a lot about companionship, camaraderie, friendship, having others' backs, not just being selfish, moving towards a cause, helping other people, not being too scared about what's next. It's just about living the moment right now. So there's a lot that this person has learned from you, and I think that's precisely what they really love about you, is that you've been such an influential presence in their life. All right. So pile number 2, I'm going to leave this here. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm going to see you guys in another one. Bye. Hello, pile number 3. If you chose the Peacock Ore, this is going to be your reading. So the card that we have is Tantra of 639 Hertz. So before we begin interpreting this, I do have a few pre-shuffle cards that I'm going to lay out for you. Alright, so pile number 3, the cards that we have for you are two animal spirits, which are water signs, stingray and otter. For the tarot cards, we have Knight of Pentacles, Five of Wands, Nine of Swords, the Star, and the Lovers. We have Aquarius and Gemini over here. We have Tantra, we have Responsibility, Eruption in Reverse, we have Celebrate Life, Make Your Life a Celebration, Decay, Silencing the Mind, Let the Silence Guide You to Inner Peace, and Protection. Let's start off with Tantra. I feel like with Tantra, it's a lot about spiritual growth. You seem like a very empowered person to this person. This person really likes the fact that you are somebody that, with the otter spirit, is somebody that's content. You might have been involved with this person or could be currently, and I think this person sees a side of you which you have revealed to them, which is not very I would say calming, but they see this growing within you with Tantra. It's a lot about spiritual growth. It's a lot about leaving your fears behind. I think that they know that you've been through quite a lot of trauma. I'm hearing PTSD, that you're resolving a lot of your trauma. And even though that their heart is really soft towards you, they understand that this is something that only you can do. And they like the fact that you don't emotionally dump on other people. They could see you as someone that is comparatively quite secretive than the other people they have been with. They also like the fact that, this is a new type of person that I'm getting involved with or have been involved with. They like the fact that you are a sure thing. They like the fact with the Knight of Pentacles that you're somebody that who, once you give your word about something, you move forward with it. You are not somebody who backs down easily. You're somebody who keeps healing with the star energy over here. Is somebody who definitely is very attractive, very alluring. There's an elegance factor to your looks. They really like how you look. Very poised. Something about your face and your eyes are very prominent for this person. I think that they really love your eyes. And with the stingray, we have this sense of self. It's almost like the more that you're healing yourself, they see the slow process, but nevertheless very promising with you. That you're someone who's going to come out of this phase definitely very, very victorious. I think that they are one of your hype man, hype woman, even if they're not visibly doing that. They're very happy of the fact that you're growing and are getting out of this place. And it's not somewhere where they see you weak. It's somewhere where they see you so strong that I think that you became a little cold in life. And now they're seeing you actually becoming empowered from within with the stingray and the otter, where it's like you're becoming more content with what you've been through. You're having more appreciation for what you've been through. All those sleepless nights or all those betrayals or that deceptive behavior that you've endured with other people, it's almost like you're trying to love yourself back into your own version, and they see that strength within you, because it takes a lot of courage to actually look yourself in the eye and be like, I can still do better, right? And they see this within you. You're always optimizing, you're always aiming for the best, and this is something that they really like about you. I feel like with the DK card, Celebrate Life, Make Your Life a Celebration, this is someone who probably could be an ex or somebody that you're in separation with. Doesn't have to be, but they see you as someone who can let go of things when they know that it's time to let go. You're not necessarily very attached to certain things. You're not necessarily someone who's going to plead for something to stay longer than it was required to stay in your life. With the otter energy, again, this kind of indicates a lot of contentment. Very loving. You don't really need much. I think that they see this part within you, nevertheless they love it. They still love all your anxious parts. This person genuinely loves you, is what I feel. They're so mesmerized by your existence. Like there's nothing that they are completely turned off by or they don't accept about you. It's almost like they see your anxious side, Nine of Swords, or something that really bothers you, something that could have bothered you in this connection with this person. There could have been fights with them, but they see you as always rising above it. There's nothing that really holds you down for long. And they see this battered energy, but it's sort of like a battered down energy, but it's like they still feel like you're gonna fight through it. You're not gonna, like, you're not gonna put yourself in a box just because somebody did something to you. So with the DK card, I feel like you understand the importance of life, that life is a gift, your life is a gift, you are a gift to other people as well. You have a lot of self-appreciation. I think that you undermine your ability. I think that maybe you're thinking that, oh, this person sees me as weak, if that was something that you're thinking. That's not at all the thing. It's like they see you very strong. They see you as very real. Let's make that clear. They see you as a very real person who's like, this is all that I've been through, and I deserve to be loved. I don't want anybody to be adding more stuff into my life that I can't carry. So they see that, they understand that you just want calm in your life. You also have a very calming presence, is what I feel. But they kind of see that you have this side which is sort of like struggling, but you don't show that. And I think that even though they want to help you, but they understand that this is something that you just want to do by yourself. I think that they see this hyper independence within you, which they love. Not that they don't want to help you, but it's also like they would like to share those moments of life with you. They like the fact that you kind of hide these things. As weird as that might be, they like the fact that you hide these things. You're not emotionally volatile, but with the water signs that we have over here, you are very emotional. So I think that it's kind of like a teaser that they want to see more of this emotional side. They want you to reveal this to them more. I feel like with the protection and celebrate life and silencing mind, let silence guide you to your inner peace. There's a lot about inner peace. There's a lot about taking care of yourself, understanding how to just nurture yourself, regardless of who does what in your life. It's like you're just gonna be like, okay, that happened. Probably had to learn through it. I'm just gonna sulk about it a few days, and then I'm gonna get over it. So it's not where you're unrealistic, like, oh, it didn't bother me, I'm very strong, I'm just gonna move forward. Yes, I learned my lesson. No, it hurt you, right? So they see you as very, very real, pile number 3. This is your emotional pile. But they really like that. I think that they've been with maybe superficial people, and they really love this about you. I think you're also quite hard to get. I think this aloofness that you have really intrigues them, because you have this layer that you put up for the world and them as well. But once you let other people see who you are internally, it's like they can't get enough, seriously, because it's like a forbidden fruit, and you always know forbidden fruits taste better. So they're more inclined towards wanting to see the side of you where you probably rant about things, where you just behave messy, because I think that you always come across as very well put together. Even when there's like a pressure cooker on your head and it's just gonna burst, and you're just sitting there like, okay, I'm just gonna wait for it to bust. I'm not gonna worry about it right now because it's gonna already hurt me when it busts. Like, there's something about it, like not panicking about things even anticipated to turn into a disaster. Like, this happened, okay, it happened. I'm still sad. I'm gonna be sad. And I think that they like that you don't show this deep side of you, which is weird, but it's just the truth. That they like the fact that you don't show this deep side of you, which is maybe messy, which maybe cries a lot, which is maybe anxious. There's a part of you which this person has had a glimpse to. Maybe you've had a breakdown in front of this person, or anxiety attacks, but they see that you keep yourself shut. It creates an air of mystery, but it also creates stoicism in the best possible manner. Like, they know that they have to earn your trust to see that side of you. And it's so weird, because it's like they want you to rely upon them. They want you to rely upon them, open up to them, sort of like come to them when you feel really uneasy. And it's like you're a challenge, but they know that you're not actually a challenge. You just have really firm boundaries. You don't trust people that easily, is also something that they really like. And I think that maybe if you have certain situations with this person where it's almost like, why should I let you stay in my life, because I don't feel like you're serving my purpose anymore, even though they know that it would have hurt you quite a lot. I'm hesitating a lot in saying this. Even though that they know that it might hurt you a lot to leave this situation or cut somebody out, it's like they can see the pain, but they're like, you're so strong, you're like developing a spine for yourself, and you're standing up for yourself, you're being confident in your own discernment and decision, and you're like, no, please leave, because like this doesn't serve me. I think with the protection and silencing the mind, you do have an overreactive mind, which is backed up by the trauma that you have been through. And I understand that you have a lot of passive aggression, but I think that they see you as someone a little bit who just packs their bags with their baggage and just moves forward in life. And they're like, okay, I'm gonna stop for a bit, I'm gonna unpack this bag, then I'm gonna like lighten the load, then I'm gonna move forward. So they see this strength within you where it's like at every moment in your life you're like unpacking a lot of trauma, and you're not really asking other people for help. You're doing this at your own pace, you're doing it whenever it feels fine to you, and they really appreciate that you're not going according to anybody's timeline. It's like you're not waiting for anybody to save you. So this reading is quite deep. It's like this is somebody who knows you. This is not somebody who's just scratching the surface with you. This is somebody who's observed you. This is somebody who understands the way that you move forward in life. This is somebody who honestly appreciates your existence. This is somebody who just this is somebody who's not keeping you on a pedestal or idolizing you, but they have a special place for you in their life and heart because you're inspiration. I think definitely this person feels like you're calming with eruption in reverse, and you take your emotions very responsibly. You don't put yourself on a sideline just because you're like, I've been through so much and I have to keep pursuing life. But I think that they see this energy where it's like you have a balance within the way that you move forward. And with the Five of Wands and the Nine of Swords, it's like no matter how tough it looks, it's like you're going to still have love for the situation, and you're going to keep moving forward and resolving it. With the Stingray, I think it also talks about it's like developing a spine for yourself within, developing confidence in moving forward in life. And the Knight of Pentacles is like even how slow, like I'm going to move on my own pace, but I'm still going to keep moving. And it's like slow and steady wins. Like they're not judging the way that you're moving, they're just admiring the way that you plan out things. And you're sort of not very very calculated. I think that because you move a lot with your emotional instincts, your spiritual instincts, but they respect that because they feel like that's something that um really helps you with your own purpose. They see you as someone who has a little bit of different lifestyle or just a different purpose that they suspect. They understand that you're not somebody who's here to just become rich, go for a 9 to 5. They understand that you are somebody who's going to do things according to their own stuff, according to their own discernment. You're going to do things according to your own personal criterias and what makes you actually happy, because they see that you need more moments to make yourself happy. That's precisely what they see over here. So I'm seeing that over here with the protection and silencing the mind. I think you're also somebody that protects yourself from an overreactive mind. Like you try to think optimistic, but it's not unrealistic again. There's a very real energy with you where it's like, okay, probably going to still remain optimistic, but if it bothers me too much, I'm going to sit down and try to resolve it within so that it doesn't keep hindering my process moving forward. And I feel like this is somebody who also probably sees you working towards a purpose or something where you're healing other people or helping other people. There's something about helping other people or just being having a strong voice, developing confidence in what you actually say. And I think that they're seeing this difference within you where it's like you're just becoming more okay with who you are. Just I feel like developing a backbone for yourself, developing a stand for yourself is mainly what I feel. I don't think that they saw you as a weak person, but I think they're just seeing you as becoming more unapologetic. It's like you're marching into this phase in your life where it's like your turn. For the longest time, maybe my trauma has really affected me and the way that I present myself, but now I'm just going to be myself. And if somebody has a problem with that, they can probably leave. I'm not going to hold on too long because I understand that that's for a reason. I think that you're very content with who you are, and with the Lovers, this can indicate that maybe this was a person that you were involved with, or you have a very deep connection with them. And energetically, I think they feel you quite a lot, and they see that you're content, you're just living life with yourself. And maybe this has taken a lot of work. They probably hadn't seen that before, but right now who they're seeing is somebody that's just becoming very independent, becoming okay. And I think that they think that maybe you have quite a lot to say, but you hold back. You're not somebody who likes to burst out. You're responsible about your emotions. Even though you're feeling a certain way, it's not like you're just going to start dumping on the other person and be like, you know what, you did this and it triggered me back to this place when this happened to me and that happened to me. It's like you're going to be responsible. You're going to hold the person who's reliable for what quotient of pain or uneasiness that they've caused you. You're just going to hold them reliable for that. You're introspective. And with silence the mind, I feel like this is a lot about taking steps lightly, treading lightly, not just impulsively acting out on certain things again with the eruption. So it's a lot about spiritual growth. You have a calming sense to you. It's like you have a sense of boundaries. You're not just going to let other people walk all over you, but what is required to be said, you will slowly assess that. You will think about it, and then you will let your intuition guide you and tell you, like, am I supposed to speak that out, or am I just supposed to ignore it? Because even my peace of mind is important, right? It's not that you try to argue with a stupid person. You know how they say that stupid people are happier because don't understand quite a lot of things. So I think this comes in a place where it's like you understand other people's perspective also, but you also know how to give them a little bit of tough love. But I think that maybe they know that you control this aggression that comes from past where you have been wronged, your boundaries have been overstepped, but they understand that you try to responsibly give out your emotions, express them in a communicative manner so that it doesn't come across too harsh or too lenient either. You're very responsible with the way you communicate or the way you act in certain situations, and I think you have a poker face sometimes. I think that you have so much inside and you just have to bottle that up. That's something that is coming from a survival instinct since childhood. I think that they see that you become quite diplomatic and stoic when it comes to these things, but they know that there's a side which they love that is only visible to a few people that actually get to know you. So I think to summarize this, it's a lot about that you've been through quite a lot. They see you always healing. They know that you have healing to do, but they still feel like you're an exceptional human being. They accept you for who you are, and they really like that you also accept them for who they are. You accept other people, you're non-judgmental. You're sort of like giving me a pioneer energy, and you have very artistic expression. Maybe you're a painter. I feel like you paint. Something about that is also what they love. Your artistic expressions, things that come straight from your heart. I think that you articulate feelings or words when you're sad, and they really like to read those things. They like to connect with you through emotions. This person might also come across as very diplomatic and stoic. They try to present that somehow. I think that they see a reflection within you, or I think for some reason this person thinks that you've been through more than they have. It's not a comparison, but they feel like your life has been tougher on you, and they feel like you didn't deserve it, of course, but they feel like you're still really fighting through it, and even alone, like you're happy with what you have. You're not greedy about money, friends, or anything. You're just okay. You're a very content person. I get very hermit energy. I think that they're quite curious about what do you do all day long, because you seem like a laid back person. It's a difference between being lazy and laid back. They definitely understand that you're not 9 to 5, so they kind of get curious as to how do you spend your time. They kind of, I think this person imagines you just pampering yourself because they feel like you deserve it. There's an imaginative streak coming through right now, but I think that's pretty much it. That this you is a spiritual warrior is what I'm hearing. A lot of strength. They see you as a little bit defeated, but they see you as always fighting, not ever giving up. So they really like that strength within your spirit. Alright, so pile number 3, this was your reading. I really do hope that you found a message that was helpful. If you did, please do hit the like button, subscribe for more, hit the bell icon so you know whenever I upload next. Let me know down in the comment section how that resonated, and I'm gonna see you guys in another one. Bye.